Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man, Donnell Taylor, aka Small Guy Promotions, coming to you live from the Smash in Bellevue, Nebraska. What's the address?
4105 Harrison Street.
4105 Harrison Street, not too far from my house, actually. So happy to be here. I've got Nick, and how do you? Well, he called you Elaine earlier. Do you go by Laney?
Yep, I go by both.
Both, either one. So Laney, Elaine, she will answer to both. But here at the Smash, newly opened. How long have you guys been open?
About a month and a half now.
Okay, about a month and a half. And you're part owners or?
We're co-owners.
Co-owners? Cool. And how did you guys start with the Smash? Where did that concept come from?
Well, should we start with what we were doing prior?
Sure.
Okay. So, the last 3 to 4 years, I've been managing Entrap games. Being real successful with that, having a lot of fun with it. And then I just kind of started getting tired and more tired and more tired. I'm like, I'm not doing as good of a job. I need to do something. And so she was our customer service rep, not just for my location, but for 5 other locations. And then just recently, a axe throwing place that the corporate teams opened up. And we were getting to the point where
I saw that on Facebook somewhere.
Yep.
I was like, what's that about?
Right. We were working really hard and not feeling like we were getting much rewards out of it. And, that's employment. That's working for somebody else.
Oh, man.
And, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've probably started about 5 or 6 other businesses that I either gave up on or didn't fully take off, or ran out of capital before I got it really going. And so back to work again, got another job. But this last company with Entrap, I learned so much about how to run a small business. The original owner, before he sold it, basically left me and said, run it. Yeah. And so I learned so much from him. I learned so much from the guys that bought it. And when she and I were kind of ready to start our own thing, it was just ready. It was perfect. And then she was ready to start something, and she was thinking about it. She's like, I need to start something. What can we do? And I'd heard of Smash Rooms before. Mm-hmm. The minute we opened, about 20 people were like, you took my idea, or I had that idea when I was a kid. I just never had anybody to back me.
You know what? So you call me similar to Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yep.
He says, knowing that you need to do push-ups doesn't get you in shape.
Right.
like it's one thing to know it. Yeah, you got to do it. So
she came at me and said, what about a Smash Room? Can we do a Smash Room? And I'm like, oh man, we got obstacles, insurance, all sorts of stuff. Finding a location, somebody that'll lease to us. And I can't remember what the third one was, but it doesn't really matter because we're here now.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we can surmount those obstacles, we can do it.
Yeah.
And she said, good. My mom already said yes. She'll give us the capital to do it.
Nice.
Yep.
When I saw earlier that you said, one I actually saw, it was a couple over on Facebook. You have over 700 likes already. It was 707 the last time that I looked.
Yep, just this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, and that's just after a month and a half of being open. I think it's a really new concept. I haven't heard of anything like that around here before.
Yeah, we're the first one in Nebraska.
Yeah, so that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're in Bellevue, so like we were talking about, it's a really good vibe in Bellevue when you're a Bellevue business. There's a lot of support out there for the Bellevue businesses. You're lucky you're like right on the outskirts of Omaha Bellevue. So, but yeah, man, it's a great community feel in Bellevue. I don't know if you guys know, but I love Bellevue. I'm from Ohio originally, and my family moved here in '94. And we were in Bellevue, and I was in Bellevue until 2001. So I moved out when I was 19. Moved out for a couple of years. Moved back to Bellevue. So man, I love Bellevue. That's my heart, and I like to eat. So some of my favorite restaurants are out there in Bellevue. That's just a good place, or this is just a good place to be. And we're thinking about, we're going to move soon, hopefully this summer, and maybe we'll be in Bellevue. I don't know. So,
right.
But yeah, it's a great location right off of Harrison. It's great to have a new business, especially in Bellevue, and something that's not only just a new business, but a new activity that can be fun. I know the goal that you guys say on your page is like a stress reliever.
Yep.
So you said, can we do a Smash Room? What made you think like, hey, a
I
smash.
was angry. I got a 50-cent raise. And I'm like, I gotta do something. And then I'm like, everybody has these emotions. And so there's no place for people to go. I remember when I was like younger, everybody was like, what are we going to do tonight? I don't know. Go bowling. And that's both fun. But, everybody can go bowling. Not everybody can go to a smash room.
Right.
Yeah. And so a month and a half, you said earlier that it's a new business, so sometimes there's hurdles
Starts
to
off
jump
a little
over.
slow.
Yeah, you gotta catch your stride.
Yeah.
So what has so far since you've been open been the biggest challenge for you guys?
Getting new customers, definitely.
Yeah.
Although the Bellevue Leader just put an article, Haley Stoltz wrote it. The minute that came out, we started getting phone calls. Other press started calling us. We've done 2 interviews this week, or now 3.
Well, 1 last week and then 2.
2 this week. And so we've been on the news a lot. That's bringing in the phone
This
calls.
morning,
this morning.
Saw a Facebook Live video on the news earlier, so
Yeah.
they're mentioning the smash. So
That's really helping the publicity a ton. We actually were on KMTV3. Lindsay Thies came out and did a story on us right when we opened.
okay.
And it didn't really gain. A lot of people heard about it. We got a lot of awareness. A lot of people were aware we existed.
Mhm.
We weren't really bringing people in yet. And then at the same time, the Bellevue Leader posted that article. We just launched a commercial on the river.
Yeah.
And so the combination of that, and then we launched a Groupon at the same time. And Groupon reached 70,000, 80,000 people, and 1,800 people actually looked at our ad.
Yeah.
And that's picking up in sales. Groupon, I kind of don't want to sell too many Groupons or talk too much smack about them, but
Yeah.
they don't bring us in a lot of money, but it's really good advertising.
Yep. I know there's a lot of businesses, and it's good for that.
Yeah.
I know my wife, when we purchased a Groupon or something, like maybe for like a restaurant or something
Yeah.
like that, she's like, I really don't feel right like buying another one too.
Right.
I mean, like
Same
it's out there,
restaurant.
yeah, but like, so I was like, yeah, kind of, but it's out there, so
Right.
yeah. But yeah, so it definitely is a good help when you're starting off, and I've seen businesses that have been open for a while and still be on like Groupon.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the pinpoint rewards.
She'd been talking about it.
I've been telling him about that. Actually.
Yeah, that might be
I
something
like Pinpoint.
to check out. I mean, I don't know from the
I don't know.
the business side what it's like.
I like
yeah.
it from the consumer standpoint.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you go, or I guess you guys could do your own rewards program or something like that too. But
Yeah.
that's just something to maybe consider. Man, so what's been the high so far with the business? We covered like what the struggle has been, but
When we started getting calls every single day.
And seeing people's reactions when they first do it, they
Yeah.
giggle. They're like, are they gonna smash something? And then they smash something, and they're like, ah!
The giggles from the front while we're sitting there. We got them all started, let them in the room, and we're like, you can have the door open. It's your room. These are the rules. And then we step out, we wait, and then there's the giggle. We're like, yes.
So how is the setup? So is it like you pay for a time slot or
Yep.
okay?
So it's about 25 minutes. Most people last just about 25 minutes.
Okay.
We put in just enough stuff that it'll take your whole half hour. So we kind of set the room up. If they see anything in our display, they can grab it. Other than that, it's, the room set up with about 4 cases of wine bottles for now. Usually some kind of TV, monitor, computer object.
Printers.
Printers, yeah.
They have.
Yeah, did you see the post I made when I told you? Yeah, I was cleaning it up, and I'm going, wait, this is a marketing magic moment, don't waste it. I grab my phone, take a picture of it, and I'm like, note to self, remember to take the toner out before letting your customers smash the printer to bits. And that got so much traction, that post really spread far and wide, and I'm like, that was a good one.
Yeah.
It's little things like that for marketing that really amaze me, where we'll be thinking, what can we do to make something good for marketing? We need a video.
And then something stupid will happen, and people just love it.
Yeah.
That's why you can't be afraid to try different things, because who knows what people.
You never know what's going to get traction, yeah.
The best thing is when you're being your authentic self and just doing something about you or your the philosophy for that you want for your business. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Your vision,
exactly.
The what your business means to you. People love that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well-
so we
But
try
we
to
love that too.
absolutely. That's what attracts us to other businesses.
Yeah, like being relatable to other people is what people want right now, because there's like so many. You're in front of your phone all the time.
Right here. Okay. I shall return.
They got an appointment right now for someone to, come and get their smash on. Ooh, man, you guys should get like a bunch of Hulk posters or something, like, Hulk smash posters to put throughout the building. Thank you for the love. What's up, B-Wake? So I saw also that, like, you can, if you have something of your own that you want to bring into Smash, you can bring it in. So if that you've got that thing at home that just has been driving you nuts, and you just like want to go all office space on it, like it just gets in your way, you trip over it, you like hurt your pinky toe, like you can bring it in and you can smash it. Is there like any like hey, we're not gonna let you smash that? Are there any like stipulations around that?
The funniest thing is that this week we actually got an email where this lady was like, you're not very specific on your website on what people can smash and what people can't smash. Sometimes people don't always like think that what you think isn't smashable, people will think is a smashable.
Yeah.
But, we don't do food or anything like that because
that's a mess. That'd be a different kind of mess too. Then you gotta worry about
no food, but pretty much anything else except for the CRTVs because they emit a poisonous gas.
Okay.
And there's lead in the screens, so
cool.
Those old tube TVs we can't take, even though there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, man, I was just thinking, so the Smash, like there's different places where, I don't know, I think they maybe do like fundraisers where I've seen where people can go and take like a baseball bat and smash a car.
Yeah.
Kind of the same concept. You need to get some stress relief out. You come and smash some stuff.
Yeah.
How did you guys settle on the name, just Le Smash?
I thought of it.
Yeah.
I just was like, okay, so, because on my drive home, I was driving home one day, and I was just like, you know what? We need to do something different. Nobody's happy, and you can't just sit there in unhappiness. You got to do something about it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, if we owned a Smash room, what would it be called? The Smash. It's like sophisticated smashing.
Nice. Hey, Gina, how you doing? She says best of luck. She loves the concept.
Awesome.
She's also, I don't know if you guys know Gina Gregg, but she Props and Pose. They do like wedding events and
cool.
fundraisers where they bring the photo booths and the DJ services as
Oh,
well.
nice.
So shout out to Props and Pose, Gina, Ricky. Thank you guys. So how often do you guys like utilize the Smash rooms?
Well, Nick does it a lot more than me.
Yeah.
But when we first did it after we had everything built and we're like, we haven't smashed anything yet.
Yeah.
We probably should do that before we like try to sell it to people.
Yeah.
And then me, Donnie, and Nick, we all smashed the filing cabinet together, and we just laughed the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
I've got to imagine that's just like a good feeling. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, if you're frustrated about something, you had a bad day, you need to blow off some steam, hit them up. Do you guys have to reserve like ahead of time, or can you call same day? Or
well, right now we're not super busy, so when we don't have an appointment, you run the risk of us not being here, so it's best to book ahead of time.
Oh, okay, cool. So basically, you guys staff just when you have appointments. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, if you guys do get like a steady flow of clients and business,
Well, we accept walk-ins. They should probably call ahead of time.
okay.
So.
What would your normal hours possibly be? Is there any time for that yet?
They're on our website, so it's 1 to 10 Tuesday through Thursday, and then Friday from I think it's 9 to 7:30,
Okay.
and then we want to start having after sunset smash parties. So on Saturdays we'll be open at sunset, so it'll be like 8:30 or something like that till midnight, and
Okay,
then
cool.
And then Sundays from 10 to 7. Yeah.
All right. Well, and one thing that you might be able to do is, I think I may have seen something where you're going after businesses to bring their associates or their employees.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
a group outing, kind of like the
we've had
escape room
some
type
already.
stuff.
There's social workers that have came out, hospice workers. Really, we want to start getting a lot more corporate events to have their smash parties here.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I just thought about this week was writing your stress on a plate and smashing it, like something that stresses you.
Just get it out. Yeah.
Yeah, like we had this lady in here today
That's a
that
good idea.
had a divorce and was going through a divorce, and I'm like, you know, you should write divorce on a plate and just smash it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a way to. Cause I feel like sometimes people are like, "Oh, smashing stuff, that's awesome," but I want people to I want to convey to people like the deep meaning behind it,
The
because you're
therapeutic.
like breaking
Yeah.
the old you and like starting with the new you that's like got your warrior face, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
That's cool. That's a good concept. That seems like it would be very therapeutic.
Because a lot of times the smash rooms, the rage rooms, the anger rooms, they're all centered around anger, and we're gonna get those people anyways. But
Yeah.
like, I want to convey to people that's like, everybody needs this, you
Yeah.
know. Like, everybody has a stress in your life. You can't tell me you didn't have a bad Monday sometimes.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
would
might.
tell you that. Listen, I always tell people I don't have bad days. I have bad moments, but I never have a bad day. As long as I wake up today, I'm good. So, going after that, you know, that corporate world, I would assume that there might be. I mean, I know you guys have insurance, but there might be a little precautionary thing there where people may not, you know, they might be nervous about employees coming out. I saw that you guys have protective gear.
Yeah.
So what all do you provide as far as protective gear?
We have protective suits, like paint suits, you know.
Yeah.
And then that helps with the glass. And then what are those things called? Chest protectors.
Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
then gloves, face shields.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then they have to wear like long sleeves, long shirts, and pants. I mean, shoes. We recommend
No
like,
open-toed shoes
Yeah, no.
when you come to the smash.
Flip flops the other day, and I'm like,
Bad choice. Like, flying objects. You know.
you can wear flip flops inside, but just not inside the smash room. Change your shoes beforehand.
Hey, you talked about a bowling alley. Maybe you could rent out
Right.
like different shoes for
Smash
people to wear when they don't
shoes.
come
That's a
properly
good
equipped.
idea.
Boom. See,
There
that's
you
my
go.
idea. Y'all saw it live here.
Mhm.
Small Guy Promotions. You need to have me come out and like look at your business and create like some new ideas like outside the box. That's what I do. Nah, I don't really do that, but that was just spur of the moment. So that's what happens. So what different? I know you guys have, you know, wine bottles and, you know, you said TVs and things like that. I think I saw on the website radios or things like that you can smash. What kind of tools are your people using to smash? I know there's a sledgehammer.
Yeah, the sledgehammers, bats, the finisher,
Annihilator.
the annihilator too.
What's the
Finisher's
annihilator?
The yellow one.
It's a little demolition tool that I wanted for a long time. I used to work at Home Depot.
Annihilator.
And I know,
Sounds fun.
I know. And I used to wander the halls of Home Depot during my breaks looking at stuff that I want someday. And every so often I'd walk by that and I'm like, God, I wish I had a reason to buy that, but I just don't.
Yeah.
And then when I was working at N-Trap, we were tearing some stuff apart, and we needed something to tear some things apart. And I sent one of my staff to Home Depot to pick up something. And she's like, well, we picked out 3 options, and if you don't get back to us in time, we're going to pick the one we want. And it just so happened to be the one I wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, an annihilator! So we took it with us because
Nice.
I paid for it.
Nice.
And so that's one of the tools we have that has like a hammer on the front, a claw on the back, a spike to stab stuff with.
Yeah.
And then we have like a 27-inch crowbar. I think we should get a slightly smaller crowbar as well.
You
Yeah.
should get a tire iron. It's
Oh,
like,
right,
it's like,
right.
like a movie.
Oh,
Like-
Yeah.
So, oh,
we
go
had
ahead.
this little kid in here today, and he was swinging around that big crowbar. Probably been better if he was.
Oh yeah. Well, do you
Yeah.
guys? I mean, what age is there a minimum age?
We don't want kids too
I don't know if you
young.
can hear that in the back, but somebody just smashed something.
But as long as parents are there and they accept responsibility for what their kid does and any injuries
Sign
to
a
their
waiver.
kid, yeah, plus they sign a waiver. Then we'll let younger people in because I might let my 14-year-old come here. And
Yeah.
he cost us quite a bit of smashables, but he started helping his mom out a lot more at home and seemed to have an easier time with life.
It probably. We were talking about the therapeutic nature of something like this. She was saying that you could write whatever problem you've been with on the
Yep.
plate and smash the plate. I would assume that once you get that off and you come out, you know, you feel like a burden has been lifted and you can like focus more, like you know, whatever you're focusing on. So
Absolutely.
maybe that's the thing. You know, push it to the kids. You have kids that are struggling with anger issues, like you said that you will get people with anger. maybe that could be a way to release it, but also, you know, from the therapy side of it, where it could be a stress reliever. That's the big push for it, is being a stress reliever. You know, some people go punch bags, some people go lift weights, some people go on runs, you know, whatever.
Yep.
You can come in the smash.
Right.
So,
did you talk about the kind of the satiation point that we kind of discovered in ourselves? So when we first opened up, we got everything built up. We smashed a lot of stuff.
yeah.
And of course, and you really hit a point where you're like, I've smashed stuff. And that's the point where I think you've hit your therapeutic value.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll still get to a point where I'm like, I need to break something, and it's like, do I want to clean up after myself, or am I that
Yeah.
bad? And so you weigh it based on how much work do I want to put into this anger issue.
That's great.
I'm not getting paid to smash stuff myself.
And I do want to say, if you're watching and you're enjoying the conversation that we're having, please go ahead and hit that share button in the bottom right of your device, your phone, whatever it is that you're on. Help us out. Help us increase the reach and what we're talking about, so we can let people know about the Smash and Small Guy Promotions and what's up Omaha. While you were out, we actually introduced a new concept to your business. We were talking, and she mentioned the bowling alley, and I had asked what kind of equipment for protection you guys offer. We decided here live on What's Up Omaha that you guys, like a bowling alley, will start to rent out shoes for people who don't come with the right.
Because we had a couple people that came with
flip-flops.
flip-flops.
Yeah.
So
You get the giggles? They did it first. While you were talking, I heard the and then
I mean, it would be fun. I mean, you know.
it's a lot of fun.
The best memory that I remember is when I was a kid, and my mom, we got a new couch, and my mom had this ugly green couch that we had like forever, and the dumpster people wouldn't take it. Yeah.
You hear that? Somebody in the background. Somebody's having fun.
Yep.
And we just smashed it.
Yeah.
And that was the best memory I had, and that's why I was like, we need to do this.
Dude, there's not a single person who watched Office Space who does not remember them taking all their aggression out on that damn printer that was in the office. So we hear people back there now. Is there like a room limit of how many people can go in?
Okay, so we designed it for 2. But we've had some corporate groups that brought 6 people. Was it 6 or was it like 8 people? The social worker group?
The social worker was 6.
6 people, okay. So what we had them do, and what they kind of fell into naturally, because we had no idea how we were going to handle larger groups when we first started. We had an idea that we were going to have all 4 rooms open and 2 people per room, and that'd be good.
Okay.
But what they really enjoyed doing was they were all suited up with all the protection gear, and they just took turns.
Oh, okay.
We had 2 rooms open, and that way they could watch and cheer each other
We had 3
on.
rooms open that day.
3 rooms open?
Yeah, with the...
Oh, because we
couch.
let them do the couch too.
Yeah.
But that wasn't part of the social worker group.
Oh.
We just did the 2 with that. But they took turns, they watched each other. My favorite story from the social workers, I know, I love it, was this lady must have had this experience in her house with her family growing up where somebody broke the punch bowl. And like it sounded like nobody admitted to it. And so like everybody got punished. And so she saw we had a punch bowl that was for smashing. And so she's like, can I smash this? And will you guys videotape it for me, like the rest of her group? So she went in there, and she took the baseball bat down on the punch bowl, broke the punch bowl, went back to the camera, and said, I broke the punch bowl!
That was great, man. Look, I'm telling you, I keep hearing people in the background, like in the room right now, like they're having like a ball. So, again, if you just want to have a good time, you're looking for some different style, some different form of entertainment, you know, this is brand new. They said they're the only ones in Nebraska. Do you guys know, like, nationally how many different smash rooms there are? Is that like
we don't know how many, but they're popping up. The first one was in Houston, and that lady started out of her garage for $5 a person. And she got so big just out of her garage that she decided to start into a legit business.
Yeah.
She did $2 million her first year and had a 2-month waiting list right when she opened. 2-year waiting list. And then there's a guy that opened Toronto was the next big one in the North America. The first big one that I heard about was in Serbia, and Omaha World Herald did a story on them like 2 years ago. And so Toronto, that guy, I think he franchised out 4 times, like already had 4 franchises out when we were just looking at getting started.
Yeah.
And they're popping up all over the place, and some of them are closing down because that period of time when you open up I think a lot of people that open up smash rooms really think that it's the first smash room in the area. Of course, it's going to do amazing. People will bang our doors down just to try it out. Yeah, that didn't happen. and I imagine that doesn't happen for some of the ones that shut down already, and they didn't plan for that.
Yeah.
We were lucky. We had enough capital. Our expenses are low enough that we were able to hang in there while we were getting built up.
I got you.
And we also had the experience of running N-Trap, and we were very directly involved in the marketing of N-Trap. So we're like, okay, this is going to be a little bit harder. Nose to the grindstone. We got to market.
Yeah.
And so we just spent the dead month just every day brainstorming, every day putting something out, trying to get content out there, trying to get attention in any way that we could.
Okay.
And so I've said on Reddit, because I saw on Reddit where somebody's like, I think there was one in my area, but they closed down already. And so I said on Reddit, if there's a smash room in your area, and you really like the idea and you think it's amazing, go. Bring everybody you know and go. Because it's really hard to stay in business if you don't have people coming. And I swear smash room owners or entrepreneurs that start off with a smash room really mistakenly think that it's going to be easy.
Can you hear that back there? Mitzi, can you hear that back there on camera? Can you hear the banging? You probably can't hear the laughs and the woos and all that, but can you hear the banging? If you can, please post it in there. One thing that you touched on was like the cost. So where do you get, the wine bottles and everything that you get? Where do you guys, if you can let the secret, I don't know if it's a secret or not. Don't.
No, that's fine. I don't remember the full name of the business. It's Corkscrew. Yeah,
wine and cheese?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's over 100.
So they donate all their bottles to us, and so every Monday we go pick them up
because they would have to dispose of them.
They just throw them away, and so we save them on dumpster space. Nice. And so that helps us out. So we always have a good steady supply. We just have a new supplier for beer bottles because wine bottles break our concrete wall.
Yeah.
And so we can't let customers throw wine bottles in the concrete wall anymore. Because we have to keep replacing the cinder blocks.
They're so thick, yeah.
But beer bottles will smash beautifully, and they have a nice high-pitched, burst sound. And
she can hear the smashing.
Oh, cool!
That's like the great soundtrack to the conversation in the background.
Right? So, what is it? South Omaha Tequila. Omaha's Finest.
Oh, yeah, that's right down the street.
Tequila bar.
Yeah.
Tequila Garage.
Garage, yep, it's Garage.
Let's get her name right because she's a big support to us now. South Omaha's Finest Tequila Garage.
Yep, that's
right?
what it is.
Okay. So she just agreed. We wanted to find a bar that we could give a trash can to and have them just put beer bottles in for us.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick it up when it's full and then give them a new one and just trade it out. So we have a steady supply of beer bottles.
That's so genius.
She just contacted me today and said, hey, I want to do that for you.
Oh, man.
She likes supporting small business. She's big into the local music scene, and that's a common theme.
Yeah.
Among, I don't know, the genre of entrepreneurs. We have a big thing for the local music culture.
That's so dope. I guess otherwise you'd have to resort to cleaning up the streets and going and picking up bottles community service or something But that's really great that you guys had that idea to go and speak. And that could. That could benefit you too. Maybe you guys put up a business card or a flyer.
That's the plan. As soon
as
she made contact with me, I'm like, oh, we are cross promoted.
Yep, man, that's what it's all about. Community. Every time I talk to business owners, we talk about how there's enough room for everyone to eat, and just helping everybody succeed. It's all the same goal. We have different dreams and aspirations, but together we can do great things. And if we can help someone else out, that's why I always personally say, even if Small Guy Promotions is not directly successful, if I help another business or another organization, if I put them in contact to someone that they need or some service or whatever, if I can help them at all and they become successful partially because of the assistance that I provided, then I am successful. I don't have to have $1 million from doing Small Guy Promotions to be successful. That's never been the goal. If I can help people, that's what it's all about. They shared a post the other day saying that I inspired them, and I was like, oh my God, really? At first I was like, what did I do? But it was such an amazing thing to read that they felt that way and that some content, a video that I created touched them enough to actually make a post about it. And can you tell what happened there?
It was the video that you made about patience and determination. And we had gone the month and a half of just fretting, did we really pick the right business for us? Is this really going to be popular or not?
I'll ask about that, Gina.
And so right at the moment where the Bellevue Leader article came out, and we started getting phone calls, and people are booking, and we're seeing money come into our account, and it's not just going out. That post came by, and it just captured the moment of how we were feeling. Like,
and we listened to it, we're like, yes,
patience and determination. Like we didn't give up. Like I feel like some of the other smash room companies that closed down, they gave up, or they ran out of capital, or I don't know what happened.
Yep.
But we just dug in, got determined. We're like, we're gonna do this. We have to make it happen. We put too much into it to turn back now. And so that post, that video you made, just really was like, right when we did it, that just kind of summed up the feeling of what we went through for the first month and a half to get to the point where we started making money.
Yeah. And see, for me, that's what it's about. I started, if you don't know, if you're not a small business owner or a nonprofit organization or artist or anything like that, I created a business group called Small Business Buddies Omaha. And I wanted it to be an outlet where people could come and advertise and tell about the things that they're doing. But also, as of late, the last year or so, I started to try to make content to really engage people. And just 2 or 3 times a week go in and make a video and try to provide some motivation or inspiration for something. A lot of it is based off of what I go through personally in life and through business. I'm an employee. I have my own business. A love of mine, a passion is going to the dojo. And a lot of times I talk about how that patience needed for the dojo ties into my life as well. And I've already been patient with my business, but that's like a huge thing. And then just, I don't know when, but a couple years back, I found Gary Vaynerchuk, and I watched videos of him almost every day during the week.
Yep, I love Gary Vaynerchuk.
Man, I love that dude, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I just try to. I've never planned to be anywhere on that level. He's got so much business sense that, like, it's through the roof. Never had a goal to aspire to be like that, but we always talk about. You said, telling your story and being like unique, your truth, and all that. Like that's just what I want to do. And when you're real and you tell your truth, people know, and like they gravitate towards that. So that's just what I try to do, and I really want to push people to be successful. And if I can play a part in helping out, man, I'm more than happy to do it. So seeing that post made my day. Man, it was just a wonderful thing. We do have a question that came in. Gina says, could you make a fake wall for the wine bottles at all, to protect the actual?
Actually, what I plan on doing, I just came up with it. Actually, my son's mom gave me the idea. I'm probably going to get steel sheet metal, and I'm going to weld together a wall of sheet metal in front of the the brick wall. So we'll be able to protect that wall, and it won't constantly be broken. So it'll be supported by, I don't know, a good 1/4 inch of steel sheet. And so that's a project that I'm going to work on this week.
Nice. There you go, Gina.
One thing I wanted to mention is, because we never really finished up on where we get all the stuff to smash.
Oh, yeah.
So, New Life Thrift, I'll give a shout out to them, because he gives us all the stuff that doesn't sell. He doesn't give it to us, but he sells us at a very reduced cost anything that doesn't sell in his store. And so we collect stuff that way. If we're not getting enough donations, then we can go over there and just collect off the stuff that's not selling too well.
Yeah.
And also, we accept donations of anything glass. The only thing we can't take is those old TVs, the tube TVs.
Yeah, she said that.
And so we'll accept flat screen TVs, anything that's broken, any electronics that are broken, laptops, printers. So if you got some electronics you need to get rid of, we'll pick them up. You can drop them off, whatever works.
It's spring cleaning time, so if you're doing some cleaning and you find some stuff that you don't want, you think it can be smashed, donate it here. My wife likes wine. I like a bunch of reds, the variety pack of reds, apple ale. So I will make sure to share those or save those bottles so I can give them to you. And like I said, I'm not far from here, so it's less than 5. It said 4 minutes when I put it into Google Maps. 4 minutes from my house to here, so I might come around a couple times.
Right. I got a Gary Vaynerchuk story that I just heard him tell just the other day. I was going back through some of his archived videos. He was talking about to a group of people that put on events and do something special in the hotel rooms for the people that come to those events.
Yeah.
And he said what I would do, he kind of backtracked.
Reverse engineering is what he always talks about.
Well, what I have done is he had a guy, when he was doing Wine Library, he had a guy order a not very much, like $148 worth of white wine. And with that, he went and checked out that guy's Twitter feed and found out that guy's a huge fan of some athlete.
The Eagles or something like that?
Yeah, there's a particular athlete on the Eagles that who's a huge fan of. So he went and got him a signed jersey of that guy.
Yep.
And I mean, way more than like it was way more than the amount that they made from the sale. And you know they have a thank you department, and Gary's like, I don't really have to worry about those guys. They just call me if something important comes through like this.
Yeah.
And so the lady in charge of the thank you department finally calls him up and says, we got something. I think this guy just said he bought like $1,400 worth of red wine, something like that.
Yeah.
$14,000. It was some ridiculous number.
Yeah, I remember.
And he said, a while ago, my friend bought some wine from you, and you guys gave him that jersey. I'm a huge. What did he say? I'm a huge. It was a band, wasn't it?
Oh man, I can't remember.
Bruce Springsteen fan.
Is that what it was?
He said, "I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen." P.S. I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. Like, I just bought so much wine from you. Bruce Springsteen swag.
Oh yeah. I remember that the dude was like, "Hey, you hooked him up." Like,
right. So the whole point of that story was, there's so much opportunity to find out about your customers because we should. And he even did a thing about privacy. He's like, as much as we whine about privacy on social media, nobody cares about it because we still post all of our information. So one of the things, I'll be honest, one of the things I do when a customer books online, I'll check them out on Facebook and see who's coming. And if there's something I can do to maybe provide a certain smashable or item that is unique to them that they would appreciate, I'm going to do it.
So like if Gary Vaynerchuk came, you would give him like a Tom Brady vase or something like just something Tom Brady.
Is Tom Brady on the Jets or?
No, he's on the Patriots.
Yeah, so
you give him something.
Exactly.
Like if I ever come, feel free to have. I'm sorry, I know where I live, but I'm not from around here. So if you ever have any Nebraska stuff that needs to be smashed,
right?
I'll take care of that for you. Sorry, Husker fans, but I'm not a Husker fan, so I still love living here, but I'm not a Husker fan. So yeah, that would be great. Well, man, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I always ask people, is there anything in particular that you want to let people know about your business and what you do that we haven't covered already?
I think we've covered just about everything. The highlights that I want to make known is that we're $20 a person for the rest of this month. So starting in June, our price goes up to our normal pricing.
And that's for 25 minutes?
Yep, for 25 minutes,
25
it's $20. After this month, the price goes up to our original pricing of it's $40 per person if it's just a single person coming through, and $35 if it's two. And then also if it's a larger group, give us a call because we'll do special pricing depending on the size of the group. So you have just until the end of this month to get in at a reduced rate. After that, it'll be full price, and we hope to see some of you guys out here.
And to get it at the $20 per person.
At the $20 per person.
You can book as far ahead in advance as you want.
Oh, you just have to have it booked by the end of the month.
Booked by the end of the month for the $20 price. Yeah. And then if you have any stuff that you want to get rid of that you were just going to throw away, tables, chairs, desks, computers, laptops, printers, anything that's smashable and fun to smash, we'll take it. Either give us a call, message us on Facebook, contact us anyway, and we'll either pick it up or you can drop it off.
And I have tagged their page, so you can go ahead, if you're not already following, please go ahead over to the La Smash page, check them out, give them a like. Let's get them up to 1,000. How about that? Awesome. How about that? Can we help get La Smash up to 1,000 likes on Facebook? If you're watching, Mitzi, Gina, whoever else, if anyone else is watching, please share this. Even if you're not watching it live, please share this and invite people to like their page. Invite them to like my page. Right up here, when you watch on YouTube, there's going to be a subscribe button. It'll be all the way over there, but there, let's go that way. Yeah, there'll be a subscribe button. You can check out some other videos. Where can we find you on social media aside from Facebook?
We have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, Instagram.
We have a YouTube channel, but it only has like 3 videos on it just at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, but we'll keep pumping our YouTube. We might even put this on
I want to do like
Smash
Fail compilation.
Smash Fail compilations?
Yeah, because like the reporter that came the other day, she didn't break
tell the story
Did
yet?
you see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so
They've been all over the news, like they, so they can tell you.
So in case she sees this, I don't want to be too mean, but we picked out a vase that was thin that I thought would be super easy for her to break, and it took her 3 times to get it to actually break,
Yeah.
and it didn't break against the wall. It broke when I hit the floor after she threw it at the wall. Like, and I'm going, dang! I picked that one because I thought it'd be easier for this tiny little lady to break.
That'd be great, man. Throw some music behind it, like man.
Yep.
I kind of, as we were talking here, I had this vision of like, you know how when people are going to like a fight or something in a movie, and it's like all slow motion, and they're walking in like twirling a bat or something,
Right,
like they got music playing. Like, that's what I felt like would be going on in there, like But in my head, it was like a nerdy dude, like Napoleon Dynamite or something. I don't know why, but that's just like the vision that came into my head. So, like, yeah. Look, I gave them a business idea, rentable shoes. So if you don't have proper attire, make sure you're wearing long sleeves for protection. They'll give you a jumpsuit and a fake shield and all that, chest protector. But make sure you have on long sleeves. Jeans
Preferred.
Jeans are preferred, and some closed-toed shoes. Like don't come in here with flip-flops because you might cut your foot up. And that's why you're going to sign the waiver as well. So, at your own risk. I'm here, Small Guy Promotions. What's up, Omaha? The Smash. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. And again, like our page, like their page, share with all your friends. Invite your friends to like us and subscribe. As I forgot to do this yesterday when I was with 402 Barbecue, but I'm going to do it today. Make sure to smile, help someone else smile, laugh, and help someone else laugh. That's what it is. Small Guy Promotions. What's up, Omaha? The Smash. Nick. Thank you so much, Laney. That's what it is. Yeah! Have a great day, y'all. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Y'all, happy Mother's Days.
Yep, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.